Good afternoon, students. This is our fifth unit, that is Microsoft Access. As we have completed our previous classes, in which we have discussed about Word, Excel, PowerPoint. The last unit is Microsoft Access. Actually, Access is a database management system. Access is a database management system which is offered by Microsoft company. This database management system, we have many DBMS like RDBMS, Oracle, MySQL and SQL. These are the different types of database management systems offered by different companies. But Access is a database management system which is offered by Microsoft. And this Microsoft Access, actually it offers the functionality of a database. That means we can access the data, we can insert the data, we can delete the data, we can update the data, we can do all types of functions on a database. And we can also easily navigate the screens like forms. You all know that when you apply for an online exam or any application or any job or any entry, that means admission, for any admission you need to fill some forms in a system. That forms are designed by using this Access, can also be designed by using this Access. And this Access offers the functionality of a database management system which is used to store large amount of information and manage data efficiently. It can store large amount of information. And managing data efficiently means the data whatever we are going to access, it simply gives response in a less time. And before going to understand about Access, we need to be familiar with some terms and objects. Then what are they? First one is a database file. Database file means it stores the entire database, complete database, which will be stored either to hard drive or any other storage devices like pen drive or USB flash drive or anything else. We can store the entire database, which is also known as database file. Next one is data types. Whatever the data we are going to enter into the database, that means the data is entered in the form of tables, and table is a combination of row and column. Whatever we are entering the data, suppose let us take an example of employee. Suppose we have to enter some data related to employee, then we should have we may have employee number, employee name, employee address, then salary, then date of birth. Such type of data will have some properties, that properties is referred to as a data type. Suppose employee number means it is a data type of number. Suppose it is a name means it is a text type of data type. And if it is a salary, it may be number type of data type. If it is a date of birth, it is a date type of data type. Getting? Data type means these are the properties of each field. Here employee number, name, address, date of birth, salary, these are the fields. We call it as a field. If it is a complete detail, then we call it as a record. And for every field we have some properties, and that property is defined as a data type. Understood? Number means number data type, name means text data type, date of birth means date data type, salary means again number data type. Then this data is going to be stored in the form of tables. A table is an object which stores data in row and column. And One table is usually related to another table, and each and every column should have a unique name. And we can also define a primary key is a unique key. Primary key is a unique key which is used to identify a particular record in a table. Suppose we have a table, a particular record is going to be identified by using primary key. Then database file, data types, tables. Next one is query. Query is a question. Query means it is a question which is used to select the data, sort the data, filter the data based on some criteria, is nothing but based on some condition or some limitation. We can print some data or we can filter some data. And queries show a selection of data based on criteria. Depending on the condition only, the queries will select the data. Suppose I am telling that here in a table we have some employee details, that we have some employee salary. Then I'm giving the condition like if the salary is less than 10,000. This is the condition, this is the query. Based on this query, it prints the salaries of the employees whose salaries are less than 10,000 will be printed in a table based on this condition. Query is a question which is used to select, sort or filter the data based on condition. And the types of queries may be select, insert, update and delete. Next one is forms. We all know about forms. We are one or other way we are going to fill the forms. Forms are used to create a user interface for a database application through which we can easily enter the data from one or more fields. Next one is a report. A report is used for formatting, calculating, printing and summarizing. Suppose we have selected some data, that data can be easily printed. On that data we can easily format, we can easily calculate, perform calculations, and we can easily print that data which is in the form of reports. And in our own look and feel, in our own way, we can create a report. That means in a selected way we can create a report. And next one is macros. Macros are nothing but it is going to record each and every selection or each and every action what we are performing in a database. If we need to or if we want to record any data, we can go for macros. And modules are the functions which you can write visual basic applications, which is a front end tool, for user interface. These modules are performed in VBA, Visual Basic Applications. Then we have the topic of access data types. We have next topic is about data types. First we have saw the access definition, then terms familiar with access, and the most important topic is access data types. Here are some of the common data types you will find used in a typical Microsoft Access database. Let us see one by one what are the different data types. First one is short text, which is used when you want to enter your name or anything. If it is a short text, then we go for short text data type. If it is a long text like addresses, then we go for long text. If we want to enter any number type of data like employee number, student number or any ID, some number has to be displayed, and then we go for number. Then if you want to give employees date of birth or date of joining or date of leaving, then we go for date or time data type. Next one is currency. If you want to display the student fees or employee salary or anything like related to currency, it may be in dollars, pounds, euros, rupees, we can mention in any way in currency. Next, auto number is a data type which is used to print automatically the random number. It is a random number assigned by Access. Then next one is yes or no. The fields which contains only one of two values like yes or no, true or false, or on or off. Like attendance if it is present yes, otherwise no. If any value has only two values, then we go for, if we have to give only one value, then we go for yes or no data type. Then next data type is attachment. These are the most specialized data type. Attachment, what you will do in your mail, how you can attach. Similarly, the files, the large files or the digital photos, files or photos can be attached by using attachment. You will have a symbol for this, you will get a symbol in your table. Then if you want to store some pictures, audios, videos, any other large objects, then we go for OLE objects. It is a data type. Next, hyperlink is used to link one page to another page. Next one is lookup wizard. Lookup wizard is used to, it uses the contents of another table, one table to another table. It is used to, we can view the contents of the relating database. Last one is a calculator. These are not necessary. The most important things are short text, long text, number, date or time, currency, auto number, attachment, OLE objects, and hyperlink. These are the different data types which we commonly use in our database. Then, how to start Microsoft Access? To start Microsoft Access, we have to click on Windows icon. You can see in this picture, click on Windows icon. After clicking on Windows icon, you will get a list of all these, and in that you have to click on Access icon. You have to click on Access icon. Then in this you can see Microsoft Access MS Access application window will appear like this. The picture you can see, on pressing escape button you will get MS Access Windows application in this way with the ribbon. Then after this we have to create a database. How to create a database? We can create a database in two ways. First one is create database from template. Second one is create a blank database. Then creating database from template. First you have to click on file. You have to click on file. We all know that in our previous classes I told you about, we have tabs, we have commands like quick access toolbar, then we have a ribbon which contains groups, and in that we are having the commands. In that you have to click on file. You can see the picture here, click on file. After that you will get templates. Here it has been indicated with arrow that database templates. These are the different types of database templates. Suppose we can select any template by clicking on it. Out of this we can select any template and click on, for example, click on contact template, which is mentioned, which is shown here in this diagram. Click on contact template, and immediately the contact template will appear like this. File name box will appear with the default file name. Immediately when you click on the template, you have to give your file name in this place and you have to click on create. After clicking on create, immediately a new database file will be generated. Here in these steps, you can see enter the new name. Here you have to click the name. You have to give the name and then you have to click on create. 99 contact database created, and below window will appear. Here in this way the window will be appearing, and after that optionally you can click on any one of the objects and the contact detail. This is predefined MS Access database template. Getting, we have different templates. In this example we have chosen contact database or contact template. Then there are two ways to create a database. First one is creating database from template, you have seen right now. Second one is creating a blank database. How it is, you can see here. For this also you have to click on file, then you have to click on new. Here you can see new and then blank database. Then immediately file name box will appear like this. In this you have to enter your own file name. Enter new name, simply click on create, and a new database is going to be created in this way. Now you have to enter your database in this, and in order to enter data we have to create tables. Tomorrow we are going to see how to create table. Till now we have discussed about MS Access definition, terms familiar with Access, data types, and how to create a database. Database can be created in two ways. One is creating a database by using templates, and second one is creating a database or creating a blank database. These two ways we have seen. Tomorrow we will discuss about how to create tables. Thank you.